Hi everyone, welcome back. Anthony Allen, your mortgage broker, continuing the first home buyer series. So, what I'd like to talk about now is buying at auction versus buying just in normal conditions. It's normal open houses or private sales. Buying at auctions are completely different. And buyer beware, do your homework. So the main difference is that when you actually buy at auctions, that the sale is unconditional. Once the hammer goes down and you've said 563,000, then one, you have to pay that deposit immediately. And two, you've bought it. It's unconditional. It's not subject to finance. It's not subject to anything. You've bought it. So if there are any conditions that you want to make that vary from the sale, then you have to make them pre-auction, before the auction. And I would suggest that you speak to the real estate agent at least a day before and agree that if ask them how much deposit they are needing, and if you can only supply 5%, or at the end of the day you would prefer to only pay them 5% and not pay 10%, and you rather have that money in your account for 30, 60 days, 90 days until settlement, then you need to talk to the agent. You need to get those terms agreed before the auction starts. Now, the other thing that you need to do is you also need to ensure that the settlement dates are as you want. And again, you need to contact the agent before the auction. And I'd suggest, again, at least the day before. So if the auction conditions in it, make sure that if you want a long settlement, that's acceptable to the vendor. Don't just go turn up at the auction thinking, yeah, I want 120 days or 180 days. Don't just expect that that's going to be granted. Make sure that that is granted before the auction, because as I say, once that hammer goes down, then the terms are the terms, and that's it. So ensure you've done your due diligence. Ensure that your finances are in order. I've seen it time and time again where people haven't gone for pre-approvals, people haven't even spoke to the bank or spoke to a broker, and they've just presumed that they've got enough borrowing capacity. Just make sure, just run it past the bank, put in a pre-approval application. Unless you're supremely confident or you've got the cash to buy it, make sure that your finances are in order. And then the last thing that I would urge you to do is don't buy at your first auction. Cracky, I've been to so many auctions where either it's been the first auction they've been to, or emotions have just run high, and the purchase price, there's been 2 or 3 bidders that have just bid against each other, and within sort of 2 or 3 minutes, then they've gone and spent $50,000 more than what they intended to do. So go with a strategy. Have an idea of how much you want to spend for that particular property. I would suggest you don't go above it unless, well, I mean, at the end of the day, you do obviously what you want to do, but yeah, go with a strategy, go with a maximum price. Otherwise, you can easily come away and be regretting your purchase, that you've spent another 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 grand more than you initially intended. All right, take care, good luck, speak to you soon.